How you doing? This is Coach DeCarlo. Today we're going to be talking about judging not. Now, we're told in scriptures, judge not according to appearance, but judge righteously. Now, what does this mean to you? I know a lot of you are going through it. And as you're going through, you're saying, listen, I'm doing all the right things. I'm keeping my thoughts right. And yet, everything that I'm experiencing seems to be contrary to what it is that I'm giving my attention to. Understand this. You can't judge according to appearance. Often they will say ration lies, reason lies. When you're on your way to breakthrough, it's just then that all hell seems to break out. You have to persevere in what it is that you're giving your attention to. Some of the people that you deem so successful, they, like you, have gone through their own valleys of the shadow of death, and they continue to go through the valley. The valley is the illusion. Understand that all manifestation starts first and foremost in our thinking. A lot of times there's a whole bunch of purging that needs to take place within us. It's our perception of how we see the world. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we believe that it is. Now, what's the difference? The world is a matrix, as it were. That matrix is whatever it is that we've given our attention to in that matrix. So if we've given ourselves a matrix of debt, of lack, of loss, of limitation, and that's what we've seen for most of our lives, it's very difficult to begin seeing abundance. You have to begin training yourself to look at the world or view the world with different eyes. Jesus would often say, don't judge according to appearance. For example, he said in the case of Lazarus, when Lazarus had died, he said, Lazarus is asleep. He saw Lazarus as being asleep. The world without saw Lazarus as being dead. We have to see those things that appear to be dead as though they're alive still and that they're being revived. When we think that that opportunity has dried up, it's not that the opportunity itself has dried up, it's just taken a different form. We're so accustomed to seeing the opportunity one way, and because it hasn't presented itself to us in that way, we think the opportunity no longer exists. We think because we were in love with a particular person, that relationship has seemingly dried up. We think that love is gone, and nothing can be further from the truth. Love may not be fostered in that individual that we were once in love with, as it were, or maybe sometimes still in love with. But when we begin to open up our eyes and look from a different lens, we will see that love has revived again. And again, understand this. What I'm not saying is that love has necessarily revived itself in the form of the same person, but love is still there. Same way with abundance. Often we will see abundance in our jobs, in our careers, in a particular opportunity. And when that opportunity seemingly has dried up, we say, well, I'm not experiencing abundance. And the truth of the matter is, abundance is always present. That's why two people can be in the exact same environment. One person experience lack and the other person experience abundance. It says, to him who has, more shall be given. How does one have except in consciousness? But to him who has not in consciousness, even that which he or she has will be taken away from them. It's not that what you have is taken, it's just changed forms. And because it's changed forms and you don't see it as its old form, you think that opportunities no longer exist. And again, like I stated, nothing can be further from the truth. Creators, I don't know what it is that you're going through, but I assure you that if you change your perspective of what it is that you're looking at and begin looking at it with new eyes and saying, how can I find the opportunity in this situation? Where's the opportunity? And many of you will talk about changing careers or starting a new career or just creating abundance in general. You will often say that you don't have any abilities or skill sets. And I will say again, nothing can be further from the truth. A lot of times you need to partner with somebody that can help you see from different eyes. And when you begin seeing your new opportunity, then you need to begin to act upon that new opportunity. Money is energy. There is no lack of energy. There's only a lack of ideals. As you present a new ideal to money energy, you begin to manifest that abundance, that prosperity into your life. Creators, you have to decide what it is that you want to see manifested in your world and begin giving your attention to that. Now you say, well, coach, I don't know how to do that. Find people who are doing, being, and having what it is that you want to do, be, or have, and begin watching those videos, listening to those talks, modeling these people. As you begin taking on a new mindset because you're modeling different behaviors, you're going to begin seeing wealth opportunities, love opportunities, health opportunities all around you. But the reason why you're not seeing the new opportunities currently is because you've given yourself to the old opportunities and you continue to think on these things. Even when you're trying to think positive, you haven't given yourself new information. You haven't given yourself a new program, a new download. And because you're operating off the old download and you're trying to overlay it with a new program, it's just on the top, but it hasn't been downloaded into your mindset. So until that new program has been reprogrammed or downloaded into your way of thinking, replacing the old thinking, we're told that nature abhors a vacuum. Nature is going to fill that void with something. So if your thoughts are on lack, loss, and limitation, and that's all you're filling your mind with, and that's the only thing that you're going to reproduce or pull from your old programming. As you begin watching these new people and seeing their story and watching how they've experienced and created abundance in their life, you're going to come up with new ideas. Now, and of course, when you come up with new ideas, ego is going to say, well, who are you to think that you can implement that? And you're going to hear all this negative self-talk. You have to push forward in the discomfort until it becomes comfortable. You have to push through your comfort zone until it's no longer comfortable. You have to do the things that are uncomfortable initially. Now, some people say, well, only thing you need to do is think. If only thing you had to do is think, then of course your world would be transformed by now. You also have to begin living from that desired end. You have to become in imagination, in action, the person that you desire to be. As you become that new person, then your world without will begin to reflect your new identity. And like I said, understand this. When you begin to make the change, all apparent hell is going to break out. You're going to say to yourself, shoot, I should have stayed on the same course that I was on because I wasn't experiencing all of this turmoil. This kind of takes you back to the children of Israel when they were in the wilderness and they were making the transition coming out of the wilderness. Of course, they experienced all of these challenges, or what we call battles. The battles are only the byproduct of growth. When you're being transformed, it's like an adolescent going through growing pains. He or she doesn't often know what it is they're going through, but the simple matter of it is that they're just growing. And likewise with you creators, when you take on a new mindset, your old habits and dispositions are going to at first war against that. And it's going to show you all the reasons why it's more convenient to stay where you're at. It's like somebody coming off of a drug addiction. You know, you have the withdrawals from that old mindset or those old habits. So you have to allow that space for transformation. But remember this, creators, only you can create your perfect world, not God or man. Only you can create your perfect world. This is Coach DeCarlo saying have a great and abundant day.